Well, the West Coast, my goodness, is getting slammed right now by a slow-moving winter storm with parts of Southern California tonight under a blizzard warning. That hasn't happened since 1989. Check out this video. Some parts of Southern California got more than 30 inches of snow. Up in the mountains, snow totals over 5 feet with more snow on the way. And along with that snow, heavy rain unfortunately has turned roads in LA into rivers, flash flooding, stranding drivers there.
You're noticing the greens and the yellows. That's an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain on top of what we've already picked up across parts of Southern California.
My goodness, severe weather also triggered thousands of power outages there, along with hundreds of airport delays and cancellations as well. I mean, this is rare. When we're talking Southern California,
Yes.
I think I even said in the newsroom, I'm like, is this right? 30 inches? My gosh.
I know, even some of those lower elevations were being inundated with all this
Yeah.
precipitation, and then we just had the right enough of that instability to cause some of that to fall snow. And they still have blizzard warnings out there, and at least in portions of California, and really in more in the Mammoth Mountain area, there's a blizzard warning that continues for the next few days, and there's still some precipitation falling there as rain and snow. Now for us in the Great Lakes area, we do have a winter storm watch in Wisconsin. That's in effect tomorrow through Monday because we do have some precipitation moving in, but that's for snow for them. For us, we're not expecting snow. In fact, the month of February has been very dry. We've only had a trace of snow all month long, and the last time we had a trace amount was back in 1949. Typically we pick up about 5.1 inches of snow so far this month, and the most snow we ever had in February was back in 2003 of 21.7 inches of snow. Temperatures right now at 32 degrees in Indianapolis, 32 in Lafayette, 31 in Bloomington, and our low temperatures will just basically hover in those low to mid 30s because the winds are shifting out of the south. That is going to allow that air temperature to stay very mild during the overnight and then eventually climb into the upper 50s tomorrow afternoon, which is more than 10 degrees above average. Now, as we go into Monday, we are going to be weather aware as we do have a low risk for portions of Indianapolis for severe weather, but we do have a little higher risk for Franklin areas along I-74 and I-65 in that southeastern quadrant of central Indiana. Here's what we have moving in. We have a warm front. This will bring in some showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms early Monday morning around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. As we go into the mid-morning hours, this is the cold front. This is where we do think that we may see a couple of those strong storms kicking up. Damaging winds looks to be the main threats, and then this will continue to move on out of here by late morning. Most of this will be out of here, but nonetheless, we could see some heavier downpours, especially in north central Indiana. Over a half an inch to maybe over 1.5 inches of rain could fall in that area. Most of central Indiana, a quarter of an inch, perhaps a half an inch of rain out of some of those storms. Now, on the backside of the system, winds are really going to pick up behind the cold front. We'll see those winds sustain between 15 and 35 miles per hour as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures Monday will climb to 63. As we fast forward to Thursday night into Friday, we're tracking this next system. A lot of uncertainty here, whether or not this will actually make its way into central Indiana, but we could see some snow by the end of the week. High of 58 degrees, beautiful for Sunday, but Monday will be a weather aware day. It's going to be windy, showers, and storms with highs of 63. Couple of dry days before we move back into more wet weather, possibly a winter mix of rain and snow for Friday.